things. See, to them, you're just a freak.
Yo guys, this is Reinhardt, and this is gonna be my first video on how to become actually good in arenas and what some high rated arenas do that most of the people don't, and this is something that nobody can touch and nobody can explain, usually most of the time. So let's get started right away. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is actually tunnel visioning and how it is actually really bad thing to do. The first, so to say, tunnel visioning is when the actual person is very focused on his rotation, DPS rotation, that he actually doesn't see anything else outside that little circle that he creates for himself. Take a look, guys. And I've seen this happening to a lot of melee because they really want to know what's the cooldown on their abilities when they can use different abilities. For the case, it's not as much as, let's say, warriors who want to know cooldown on their mortal strike, cooldown on their heroic strike, and they're so focused on performing their flawless DPS rotation that they possibly cannot figure out that there is a lot of stuff going on the screen besides that. Some of the players actually did a cool thing. They put their HP bars on the bottom over here, so when they are actually doing damage, they're also gonna be or could be watching their HP levels or their target's HP levels. But let's look at the big picture one more time. With the one that I just showed you, the visioning, and how the people particularly interested in their perfect rotation when they're DPSing, and a lot of people get actually stuck in that. A lot of people keep asking me, what's the DPS rotation? There is not one. There is none DPS rotation. There's a priority system that you can base your, I guess, so-called rotation off, but it goes off the priority. Not because you have to do specific skills at a specific period of time. This is not a PvE, this is PvP. This is where you have to get good. You have to be able to foresee how you can do a lot of damage outside your rotation box. Because if you're gonna be focusing on your rotation and you're gonna be focusing tunnel vision right there, then you're gonna be missing a lot of stuff what is going on in arena in general. Excuse me. So if you're watching like that, and I'm so focused on actually seeing how is my rotation, how is my runes looking like. So what's happening is I am negating a lot of stuff what is happening on the Gladius. That's the one thing. Another thing, I'm also negating what is happening on my focus as well, by me just tunnel and visioning. And of course, some people what they can do is they just can switch their tunnel visioning view. They can go from their DPS rotation to focus, and then from focus to Gladius, and this is actually a next step of stopping tunnel visioning, but it's not the best way to do it. Again, simply put, because people has to be looking at overall picture. Now, I knew some people put a health bars here on the bottom, and this is actually a good thing when you are looking at your rotation vigorously. But the problem is, I personally don't like it because I like having them on top over here. Simply put, because I love watching everything. I like watching everything, including my rotation. So guys, let's talk how you can actually prevent from tunnel visioning because of your DPS rotation. And it's actually very simple. You have to be looking at your resource mechanics. You don't have to be looking at your cooldowns and your bars. Sometimes, occasionally, you can glance over it. For example, I have sometimes glancing over Doesn't Decay, which is 30-second cooldown. But other than that, I do not watch my bars at all. And if you're a warrior, if you're feral, if you're rogue, and you have some cooldowns and your abilities not based by my runes, the same thing goes for red paladins, pretty much almost any melee, then you have to look into getting a Doom cooldown pulse. What that add-on basically does is it allows you to see when is the cooldown on your abilities are up. And here I'm just gonna make a test. There you go, test. It shows right here when your cooldowns are up. It's not that good for a decays, but it's really good for warriors, rogues. So if you know when your kidney shot is up, here you can see it over here on the screen, not on your action bars. So okay, and you're thinking, okay, Vladimir, you're thinking all this, talking all this crap and stuff, but how about to get to a real deal? Well, let's take a look at this, guys. I'm gonna put dominoes, and I'm gonna do configure bars, and I am gonna completely fade out my rotation bar, as you guys can see. And here I am going. Putting chain of ice, plug strike, festering strike, scourge strike, horn of winter, festering strike. Do you guys see any changes in my rotation? Nope, not at all. Okay, I'm focusing this target dummy. I'm gonna strangulate it. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's immune. Wow, fail. Do you see any difference in my rotation? Do you see me? Nope. I'm not even looking at my bar at all. I'm looking at my resource mechanics. I'm looking at what kind of runes I have, and according to those I can do my strikes. I already know how much my abilities cost, runic power and runes. Therefore, when I'm using them, I'm just looking at my resource mechanics. I'm looking at this part of the fight. By me actually putting some of my focus onto my rotation bars and on my character screen over here allows me to actually have a bigger and broader vision what is going on overall in general. Okay, instead of me looking at my action bar. Think about it this way: if I would be looking at my action bar and to see which abilities am I using, and then I'm gonna have to look over here on my runic bar, runic power bar and runes. Imagine how much actual time I'm gonna be missing on focusing on the other stuff, what is going on around the place. A lot. Now guys, no offense, but if you're the clicker, this is where the actual disadvantage of clicker kicks in. It's not about that key binders are pressing keys faster or not, no, but because I have to mouse over every single one of my abilities, I am forced to be looking downwards. That means that for me, in order to focus on something what is going on in the gladiators or my focus target, it will take a lot of time. So this is, guys, was my first video. Let's reiterate what we learned today. The main thing is what we learned today is when you are doing your DPS rotation, the last thing you want to be actually focusing on is your DPS rotation. I know that shit doesn't make any sense, but stay with me here for a couple minutes. What I mean here is you have to know how much your abilities cost, okay? And you have to have this internal inside your brain cooldown of your abilities. And once you know that, and you won't be focusing on both your energy resource and on your action bars, you can take some of the focus that you're putting onto your action bars onto actually going see what's going on with the focus or gladius or what is going on in general. The reason why I'm putting my character and target here is because even if I'm focusing on my target and myself, I can still see a little bit more over here. The reason why I don't like Blizzard's default UI over here is because I don't see target's HP, I don't see my HP, I don't see my runes or runic power if I'm trying to focus in the middle. I hope that actually makes sense to you guys. Now, for you who are relatively new to your class or something, do fucking PvE. Do looking for raid and manage your cooldown properly. When I was learning how to PvP, when I was learning how to be good at arenas, I would be spending 15 minutes on the freaking dummies. I would be trying to DPS my ass off, trying to configure how I can actually provide a better DPS and stuff. I would actually also focus mind freezing stuff as well. That way, when I was in arena, everything came down to me as a second nature. I hope this guys video helped you. Next video I'm gonna be talking about how to make your healer to stop tunneling. After that, I'm probably gonna spend one last time on observance and overall what is going on in arena, and from that I'm gonna go more into detail, way more into detail in terms of how to become better at arenas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching it, and до свидания. P.S. guys, if you know any friends or arena team members that can benefit from watching this video, please direct them to my channel and I'll take care of them. Thank you guys for watching this video again. Let's thrive, and до свидания.